Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to What's Hot with Pop. I am your man, Marquita Durrell, a.k.a. Pop. Today in the studio with me, I have the one, the only Mr. Freeman, Abram Freeman, with A. Freeman Insurance. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, sir. It's good to see you.
Good. Today we're going to be talking about the 2015 Miss Juneteenth pageant coming up June 19th. Mr. Freeman, please tell us more about this little pageant you're putting on.
Sure. I'd be more than glad to. I like to talk about the history of Juneteenth so that people understand what we're doing. 150 years ago, actually this month in the state of Louisiana, General Granger, who had orders from President Lincoln, order number 3, which was to release all the slaves in the Confederacy. So actually in May of 1865, Louisiana released their slaves, and then a month later, June the 19th of 1865, Texas was the last state to release their slaves. Thus we have Juneteenth. After the slaves were released, the slaves all met up and had a jubilee, which was a praise party.
Okay.
They thanked God for their release, and they started planning how they were going to live their life. And so that was our first celebration 150 years ago, and this June the 15th, we get to celebrate that 150th celebration. And we do that with a pageant and with a banquet. In addition to that, we're going to have a festival at Hyman Park.
Okay, when is the festival?
The festival is on the 21st of June. We start off at 1:30 with our praise hour. So we have prayer. We're going to have young Abraham out there, who is a gospel artist. We'll have Dominique Davis from Chosen Disciples, where they'll be out there singing, having a good time. And we also have some African dancers coming from Baton Rouge, who will also do praise dance at that time, along with the Negro National Anthem. Okay.
Now, when is this banquet?
Well, actually, the banquet and the pageant is all at the same time.
At the same time,
right.
Okay.
So on the 19th of June at the Progressive Community Center.
Okay.
At 6 o'clock is where the pageant and the banquet begins. The reason why we call it pageant banquet is that we're going to have some main speakers. We're also going to have dinner for our guests. Okay. Now it does cost to get in, but that minimum cost only covers the dinner. We want to make sure that we can have a really good time. Now we're going to have about 15 young ladies that are vying for that wonderful crown, and let me tell you, it is very, very prestigious. We're going to have a good time this year. We're going to have three main speakers. John Freeman, who is the president of Southern Consumers Development Corporation. We're going to have John Milton. He's an attorney and also the pastor at Imani Temple. And we're also going to have Dr. Tony Sims Muhammad there. And I'll also be one of the speakers, as well as other entertainment.
Okay. Now, for this pageant, what are the age limits?
Okay. The ages are from 10 years old. 10 years old to 19.
Okay.
Right? So we have them in categories, right? Now, if you're going to be in a pageant, we are having a meeting on Thursday at my church at 6 o'clock.
Okay, where is your church located?
My church is located at 408 John Street. That's 408 John Street. We're right at University and Cameron Street in the Piggly Wiggly Shopping Center behind the dollar store.
Behind the dollar store,
right.
Okay.
We're going to be there at 6 o'clock. It's not too late to get into the pageant. It's not too late to present your essay as well.
Okay.
And I've had some good essays come across, so I'm really excited. But you have until the 3rd to get your essay in.
Okay.
It needs to be a minimum of 300 words and should support the theme. Look at what we've done in 150 years.
So that's okay. That's good. That's good. How did you get started with the Juneteenth pageant? Like, how did you get started with it?
Okay, well, years ago, many years ago, before you were born, My family in Mississippi had always celebrated Juneteenth, and so I'm 50 years old now, so it's been a long time. When I moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico, I again joined the Juneteenth Association, and we had huge, wonderful Juneteenth celebrations there. And when I moved my office to Dallas, we did the same thing. We joined the organization. We did everything that we could to bring it up to a higher level. And when I came to Louisiana, they didn't have one in all of the Southwest Louisiana. And we decided we're going to start one. So about 5 years ago, we started the first Juneteenth organization.
Who can join this organization?
Anyone can. Anyone can, regardless of your race, your nationality, your color. Anyone could join. It's free, but we will put you to work.
So how would they go about joining? Who they will have to talk to?
Well, this is what you do. You will go to our website, which is swlajuneteenth.org. Again, swlajuneteenth.org. Or you could send a text to 706-2165. Send a text to 706-2165 and put in a text, I would like to join Juneteenth.
Okay.
And we'll give you directions.
Cool. What are some benefits from this pageant/banquet?
Sure, not a problem. The winners are going to, of course, get trophies. They will be in the newspaper, of course, on television. And not only that, when you apply for college, one of the questions they have in college is, have you participated in any community events? And so being in the pageant is really good. Winning is better.
Yeah.
In addition to that, you're required to do the essay if you're in the pageant. And if you win the essay contest, you get cash money.
Cool.
Right.
Why you do the pageant just for girls? Why you don't do a Mr. and Miss Juneteenth pageant?
You know, that's a really good question. No one has ever asked that question of us. And I honestly don't have an answer for you. Because I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's something that we ought to look into.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't mind doing a Juneteenth pageant.
Yeah, I think it would be nice. As a matter of fact, one of the things that we're trying to get is 12 young ladies to model African clothes.
Okay, yeah.
And they get to keep the clothes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and you can text me if you'd like to participate, or you can go to our website at swlajuneteenth.org if you would like to model those clothes, and they will be made specifically for you to fit you, and you can keep those clothes.
That is amazing. Who help you? Who are some people that help you with these activities?
Wow. Okay, let's see here. We have a whole board.
Okay.
We have Danae Prejean, who is our president. We have Joe Dupree.
Okay.
If you've ever listened to 105.9, then you know Joe Dupree. We have Downtown Jackson Brown.
Downtown Jackson
over
Brown.
At 104. He's a big help to us. We also have Kim Senegal, which is your friend Jody's sister.
Okay.
She helps us. She's on the board. We have other members. Karen Miller is on the board. Jackie McNulty is on the board, and everybody knows Brenda Andrus.
Busy Bee.
Yeah, Busy Bee is on the board.
Who don't know Busy Bee?
I know she's completely busy.
Oh, she stayed busy.
And then we have Elizabeth Richard, and then we have a lot of people who are not on the board, but they participate in every meeting.
They participate.
Those are the people that make things happen.
Right.
Right. And basically I've been the president for years, and Jackie has been the co-president, and so I basically moved over to allow a new group to come in and teach them and train them and I can concentrate on building it and taking it up to another level.
What are some activities like you want to see different within the Juneteenth?
Well, I'll tell you what, I think your idea of having the king as well would be really, really good.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna have a queen, we need a king.
You
right?
might as well have a king.
I'm all right with that. Also, I like to have some younger girls in the pageant, starting from age 7 to 10. I would like to see that. Another thing is, I would like to see more businesses participate in the activities. We do have some. We have Cox Communications, They always help in participating. Kinchin Funeral Home is always a big supporter of us. LUS, AT&T, Raising Cane's always there. Sometimes they come out and bring their lemonade stand.
The lemonade stand,
Yeah. So we have other people in the community, but we want a lot more people to be there. And I like for them to fill the park at Hyman Park on the 21st of June, which is Father's Day. Bring your families out there. You can barbecue.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some music. It's free. We're going to have Curly Taylor.
Okay.
No, Curly's not going to be there this year. It's going to be Patrick Henry.
Patrick
is going to be
Henry.
there. Let's see, who else? We're having Russell Cormier.
Okay.
He does reggae. He's going to be there. And we have a lot of other artists that's going to be there playing. Again, it's free. And also, we're having a video truck that's going to be out there with video games. Xbox, all of it free. You come out and play. We're also going to have laser tag. We're going to have race cars out there. Fun jumps, all of it free. Just come out and have a good time. We also have food.
So y'all setting it up as a family day.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a family event. It's a family day, and really, what's interesting is every year it grows bigger and bigger and bigger. We expect about 3,500 people out there.
That's a lot. Like,
It is.
and then celebrating 150 years. That's even more big.
It is, man. You know, one of the questions that people ask me sometimes is, Mr. Freeman, why do you keep doing this? Because this is a lot of work. You don't get paid for it. You put a lot of money in it. What do you get out of it? Juneteenth has been coined America's second Independence Day. And being that it is a holiday in Louisiana, I want people to know. It's good to celebrate the 4th of July. I celebrate it. It's good to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. I celebrate it. But I want to celebrate my Independence Day too.
Right.
And I want other people to know about it. The state doesn't take any interest in Juneteenth, like most states don't, except for Texas. Texas is a national holiday, a state holiday, and everything closes on Juneteenth. I'd like to see that also in Louisiana, and I'm not going to stop until it happens.
If you get the right people, it will happen.
It will happen, yeah. Trying to get politicians to buy into it, they'll say, yeah, we'll do it, and then they get in office. And
they get in office, yeah.
They don't know you. So, but I'm trying to get this done because it's important that we recognize every group in America. Every group in America.
Yeah. What are some benefits these girls get out of doing the pageant?
Well, not only do they get, they get the bragging rights.
Yeah.
They get the trophies and the chassis, but they get to represent Juneteenth at other banquets. The Martin Luther King banquet and some of the other ones. And in addition to that, some of our sponsors give them things.
Yeah.
They give them free things throughout the year. Sometimes they'll ask if the queen rather, can come to this event and represent Juneteenth.
Yeah.
And they get a chance to come out and basically represent the community. Eventually, which we're thinking in a couple of years, the winner will have an opportunity to go up to Washington, D.C. to represent our area for the National Juneteenth crown.
That's nice. I know how it feels because I'm the king for the Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
And when I go out, people acknowledge the fact that I took my time to compete in these pageants and I got crowned. It makes me feel good, so I know it must make them feel good too about it. Yeah. Yeah,
it really does make them feel good, and there's this sense of accomplishment that is there because, I want to take you back to something. Back in the 1800s, 1700s, 1800s, there were approximately 6 million slaves that never made it across the Atlantic. When you look back at history, they've never been recognized. We recognize the Holocaust.
Yeah.
It happened. It was a horrible thing. But what about those slaves that didn't make it? They were at the bottom of the ships, they were stacked and suffocated and human feces, and they died, and they just take the body and throw it in the Atlantic. It was horrible. You look at that, you look at the fact that the continent of Africa, the western part of Africa, was raped of all of the people that could have contributed to Africa. We're still reaming the benefits. I mean, not the benefits of it, but we're looking at the devastation for what happened over there. But you know, one country I really appreciate is Mexico. Mexico decided, that's it on slaves. We are not going to allow slaves in this country anymore. And Mexico outlawed slavery. And during the Mexican Revolution, the independence, Cinco de Mayo, it was 2 former slaves that helped tremendously to win that 5th of May battle that freed Mexico. And when you look at that, and you look at how America responded, a lot of our people don't know their history.
Yeah, a lot of them
They
don't.
really don't.
They really
and so Juneteenth gives them an opportunity to revisit a time that they didn't know about, to revisit a time that they need to expound on. They need to dig into the history and find out the truth about what went on. And when they do, they'll start to appreciate them. They will start to appreciate everyone else. Because then they'll have a sense of pride in their walk, and they'll pull their pants up and not lower it down to their knees. They won't run to drugs and alcohol because they don't feel good about who they are. They have to medicate themselves to be lured into this world. But when you have a sense of who you are, you don't have time for that. You have too many other positive things to do. So my hope is that during the Juneteenth festival time, that people will find themselves and have pride in who they are. And that way they can appreciate all their brothers and sisters, white, black, brown, red, yellow. You begin to appreciate that you're part of that melting pot, which makes America the shining light in the world.
Are y'all trying to do like other activities like throughout the whole month of June?
Well, no, just the 19th through the 21st. And the reason that we do it that way is because we want to focus on the 19th.
Okay.
After we get the community to really buy into Juneteenth, to understand what it is, then we plan on expanding that to other activities throughout the year.
Okay.
And we've given scholarships. As a matter of fact, our first queen just finished law school. So I'm excited about that. We've done some wonderful things over these years to try to really, really help people to get the point.
You have anything else you would like to say on your Juneteenth?
I do. I want you guys to go to our website. It'll be ready tomorrow. I want you to go to the website. I want you to learn about Juneteenth. And I want you to get your resumes ready. And I want you to either email it to me, right? Or call that number. Go to the website. Send me those resumes. Get into the pageants, because that's what's going to make people aware of Juneteenth. The other thing I'd like to say is that during the process of getting people ready for Juneteenth, we have an opportunity to interact with some of the young people and talk about some of the problems that they face. And boy, our youth face some hard problems nowadays. But our goal is that what we pour into you will build up some self-esteem and some awareness, and you'll be able to pour that into someone else.
True. Yeah. It's always nice to have somebody to talk to about your problem, like, because some teens they scared to turn to parents, and they keep all that inside, and whereby it build up anger and whatnot. But it's always good to have somebody you can just sit down and talk with, and know that everything will be all right.
Yeah, and that's good, because you need that, and we have kids that, man, they go on to college and they come back and they're like, they want to talk, or they'll call us from other states. We have some that moved on to Texas and Mississippi and Chicago, and they call and they just want to talk, and it's okay. I mean, I'm a pastor, so I understand we work with youth, and we've been there. You know, we've been there. We've been where you are right now, and you need to find an adult that you could trust, that you can just pour your heart out to, and talk to them about what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's extremely important.
Have anything you'd like to add before we close out the program?
No, that's it. I just want people to come out on June the 21st. I want the young ladies to please, please, please sign up for the pageant. I'll get you an application. I'll email it to you. I'll text it to you, however you want it. Just let me know, because I want to get as many of our youth involved as possible.
Yes.
Because you are our future.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to see y'all June 19th through the 21st. Thanks for watching What's Hot with Pop. I am your man, Marquise Durrell, a.k.a. Pop. Until we meet again, y'all be safe. Tell somebody y'all love them. Y'all be careful. Much love, Pop.